Thanks for watching Christ Center TV on YouTube. We're getting a lot of responses from you saying that this has been a blessing or this ministry is being a blessing to you. Thank you for watching and thank you for sending it to your friends and your family. Now we're going to go into the sanctuary. We're going to hear a message that the Lord has been speaking to us. Would you get your iPad, your pen, your paper, your Bible, whatever you use, and let's go hear a word from the Lord. I'll be back after this message, so we'll see you in a few minutes. An honorarium. Elisha said no. Better man than me. He says, no. He says, no, I don't do that. So Naaman says, okay, I'll tell you what. Would you allow me to take 2 mule loads of dirt from this area? Because now I know that there is no other God but the God of Israel. Now, Pastor, you said the name of this was God is able to turn it around. And I know you thought that I was going to talk about he was going to turn around Naaman's illness. I'm not concerned about that. He turned around Naaman's worship. Because the ability, being healed at the pool was one healing moment. But understanding who to really worship will bring healing over and over and over again in his life. God is concerned about your life being healed more than he's concerned about your flesh being healed. I know I got that right because at the same Jordan as being wrestled with what is it, Abraham? No. It was Jacob. He was wrestling with Jacob, and when Jacob finished, Jacob had a limp for the rest of his days, which was a sign that I had been with God. But before he had been with God, when he walked straight, he was a trickster. And God says, sometimes I just need to exchange some issues in your flesh for the rightness in your life. You understand? So he changed his name at that same place. So now Naaman understands that I've been worshiping the wrong God. He says, so, now don't get me wrong. He went a little overboard because what he really wanted to do was take this dirt back to a place where he can set up and just worship at the dirt. Because this dirt came from Israel. It was just a symbol. Okay, it was a little overboard, but what he was really saying was, I want a place where I could connect. So this is what he says to Elisha. He says, Elisha, what I really need now then is one more thing. I need to know that God will pardon me when I do my job. Oh God, listen. Naaman had a job. He was not only the commander of the army, but he was also the guy on which the king leaned. Come here, Rodney. He was the guy on which the king leaned, which means wherever the king went, he had to go. So he would stand like this. And whenever the king got tired, he would do this. Because he was the arm on which the king leaned. So at the place that the king worshiped, he had to go. So even in worship, when he needed to kneel down, he had to kneel down with him to a God that now he no longer believed in. And he says, now God, he says, Elijah, I need you to help me because right now I'm just doing my job. I have been changed on the inside. I still got to earn a living. But I do know that when I have to do my job, that there is a God in here that ain't the real God. He's going to be at the house and I'm going to go back and worship him. But I need to know now that my real God will pardon me for doing my job. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying? So Elisha said, go in peace. This peace is this absolution that you have been absolved from this worshiping another God because you now know who the real God is. God is able. The thing that you need to understand is that the people that you have been laying on the altar to stop the stuff that they've been doing, that God is able to change and turn it around. Being healed in his flesh was one issue. but he was healed on the inside. Now let's go back to what's in your cup. Because an authentic encounter with the true and living God should change how you worship.
I've learned through life experiences that regardless of where you are, what season of life you're in, the issues that may be facing you right now, that there's always a word from the Lord. And I trust the message that you just heard was a word in season for you. I'd like to invite you to Christ Center Church. We're at 6472 Church Street, downtown Douglasville, Georgia, about 20 minutes west of Atlanta. So come out, visit with us, experience our worship. It is off the chain. Come experience God with the Christ Center Church family. You can also visit us on the web at www.imchristcenter.org. That's www.imchristcenter.org. You can visit us on Facebook. That information is right there on the screen for you. So there are many ways that you can touch base and experience what's going on in the life of Christ Center Church. We exist to be a spirit-filled, multicultural, worshiping community, empowering people to replace a self-centered life with a Christ-centered life. I'm Pastor Tim. You're watching Christ Center TV on YouTube. I want you to be encouraged, and remember, be Christ-centered.